Hello, hello, hello. Let me turn these devices down. Hi, cuties. If you guys can hear me, if you can please put a 1 in the chat. Happy Friday. Let me go up and say my hellos. 1 minute. Okay, I see some ones. Thank you, Miss J. Thank you, and thank you for being a member. Okay, guys, I'm going to go up and say some hellos. Again, hello to one of my day ones, Miss J. Hi, Dina. Hi, Tamra. Thank you so much, Deborah. Thank you. Now, this comment, I need to view it on my phone. Let me scroll up and see if I can see it. Oh, it's a lot of wavings and all of that. Thank you. Thank you as well, Deborah, for being a member. Hello, Linda. Linda Gamble, you should be in blue. I thought I added you as a mod, so I'm going to have to check that out because hopefully I didn't add someone else. But hello, Linda. Hi, Brenda. Hello, Lavita. Thank you so much, Brenda. I appreciate that. Hello, Myru. Good evening. Good evening. Hello, Patricia. Pamela, good evening. Sasha, good evening. Reader, hello. Thanks for joining me. If you guys could please hit the like button for me. Tang, hello. Tang, I went back and I saw a comment of yours where you asked about an email address. I'm going to be creating a backup channel this weekend, and I'll have an email attached to that. So please, please, please email me, Tang. All right, let's see. Linda Barrett. Hello. Cheryl D. Hello, Cheryl. Hi, Anitra. Yes, ma'am, Tang. We're going to get into it. Tang said, regarding the topic, only a greedy dog bites the hand that feeds them. Absolutely. Beverly, I believe I may have said hello, but if not, hello again. And let's see, I'm getting down to the bottom. Sis Zakia, I hope I'm saying that right. Hello, good evening. Adithia, hello, hello. Monica Taylor, hello. Patricia Lee, Laverne, hello. Makia, Juanita, Shirley Terry, thank you all so much for joining me. Cheryl Love, thank you so much. Hi, Elise. Hello, O'Care. The Gemini Queen, hello from France. Thank you so much for joining me. And we have Purple Unicorn, Black Velvet, Laquita, Sylvia P., Juan Davis, hello. Kimberly Anthony from Chicago, Chi-Town in the house. Thank you so much for joining me. Hello, Esther. Red Ann. Hello, Red Ann. Crystal Sutton. Renetta. Hello, thank you for joining me. All right, we got Sheila Travis from Chicago as well. Chi-Town. What side of town are you guys from? South side, east side, north side, west side? Let me know. All right, and thank you, Tang, for putting up the guidelines. Yes, guys, please avoid using buzzwords. Be creative. And if you're not sure, do not use it. Respect this platform. Offensive comments will be removed. Thank you, Tang. YouTube is not playing, so I have to monitor myself now when I'm making videos because they have a new set of rules and all of that. So, yeah, thank you for that. Hello, Tanisha, Monica, Marsha Harvey, Judy Condell, Megan, hello. Hey, Hannah. Hello, hello. Sophia, Bridget from the 502. Maritha, hey. Hi, Sean. Hi, Nadia. Anna or Anna. Hey, from New York. The Big Apple. All right. And I believe I may have gotten everyone. Let me scroll down. Twanda Ham, hello. Gwen H. Veronica, I'm sorry. And let's see. Michelle Brooks, Danielle Green, Deborah, S. McNeil. You know I'm getting ready for you. I stay ready for you. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Sarita, and I believe that is everyone. How are you guys doing tonight? I thank you for joining me on this Friday evening. And yeah, I really wanted to discuss, with the video of Martell and Mel's live from back in the day. And we found out, for those of us that hadn't seen it, we found out that Mel helped Martell even before she finished college. And, if that isn't a clear case of really biting the hand that feeds you, somebody that had your best interests at heart, somebody that wanted the best for you. And yeah, that didn't sit well with me. She went on to do much more in the marriage. And yeah, I didn't like that. Let me just get a little banner, a scrolling banner going on here. Give me 1 second. This is the one I'm looking for. So, yes, if you guys could hit that like for me to the 150 that's watching. Thank you guys so much for joining me. 149 viewing. And how many likes do we have? If you guys can please hit the like, it is free. And I do want to say, guys, just thank you so much for supporting the channel, for the cash apps, the super chats, the thanks, the memberships. I'm really working on something for my members. So if you guys are inclined, please join. We're going to have some fun activities, some private discussions, all of that. And hello, hello, hello. I need to DM you on Instagram. And if it's not tonight, it'll be in the morning, because I just saw some things going around on the YouTube streets. I don't even know why I did it, because I have a slight headache now. But I just got finished watching Wanda's interview with the couple channel. It was painful to watch. But yeah, I want to chat with you, Aunt Ann. So we'll do that soon. All right, guys. So yeah, just as far as the topic, I just wanted to give my 2 cents. You guys know I will be dropping the link. I already mentioned about Martell. The other example is Destiny. It's the cast, period. And we all have said that it's not like these people owe Mel their lives. They don't. But I'm old school. I believe in loyalty. I definitely believe in again, loyalty to someone that I know that put me on, and she put them all on. If you ask me, she put them all on, and they all have bit the hand that has literally fed them. Destiny put her on the show, so you get an income from that. Helped you out when you was going through what you was going through with your ex. You still haven't even paid the money back, but you're taking every chance to go out and talk about her. It's a mess. Thank you, Hannah Grace, for becoming a member. I appreciate it. Yes, Monica, it's all of them. Marceau and Tisha as well. We know allegedly there were some things that really, really helped them before they got on their feet. Allegedly, as far as staying in homes and driving cars. And, no matter what, I would think that whatever else has went on, they all should have been able to get through that and show some loyalty. I don't care for it at all. So I definitely want to hear you guys' point of view on it. I do have a call-in line set up, but I won't be able to access that tonight because I do want to give people that don't want to join the panel to be able to call and voice your opinion. So my next live, I will have that going. And Michelle Brooks, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you. Miss J, it was so hard. Do you hear me? What was the word that she kept saying? Oh my God. Well, you guys know it's multiple words. But oh my goodness, it was so painful. So painful. Yes, I do agree. I do agree. Sylvia P., you are in Huntsville. Now, I'm not sure if I chatted with you before, but do you ever see any of the cast? Yes, Monica, and thank you. Thank you so much for the super chat. They are definitely player haters. And I'm glad that it's just not me. Something just it was just something that just struck a nerve in me when I saw that old live video. And I have a couple more that I'm going to be discussing of old lives that I found of Mill and Martell. And it's not like I want this man to suffer for the rest of his life, but with him still going through with this fight for full custody, it's hard to even have a little compassion for Martell. For me, it really is. So yeah. I didn't watch the video. I can't stand to listen to wah-wahs. Not wah-wahs. People crack me up. They call it wander. Yes, Marsha. They know nothing about it. And you know what? I think that a lot of people, a lot of them, I should say, thank you, Miss J. They're following in Martell's footsteps. So they see if this man don't care, let me see which phone I'm on. Let me pin this link. Give me 1 second, guys. But they see if he doesn't care and respect her and disrespect her on social media and all of that, they're just following into his footsteps, if you ask me. All right, guys, let me pin this link. Hopefully it's pinned. I got 2 phones going over here. Like I said, Linda Gamble, you know what? I need to check that too while this live is going on because thought I modded you up. But yeah, you guys feel free to drop the link. I had a couple other things to talk about. It looks like Kiki and Wanda got into it and then they sort of made up, it seems like. And you guys need to let me know this in the chat. Hi, Tomika. Hello. You guys need to let me know in the chat. Kiki gave an interview with someone, and according to Wanda, they were talking about her deceased mom or something like that, which is sad. But from what I gather, it was an interview that was recent. And I haven't seen anything with Kiki. So if you guys know, let me know. Okay. Okay, Sylvia P. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. And that's a good question that Tang asked. Is Tisha showing her true self on TV? I agree, Mary. I really do. Yeah, she dropped that Posner collaboration yesterday with the cute. I wanted that. It's for kids, but it's lip balm. I love the packaging and all of that. So, yeah, Mel is setting herself up for success big time. I saw an old live of Martell. Maybe it was an episode. I've been doing a lot of going back just so we can chat. I plan to chat hopefully about a couple more shows and all of that, but I've been going back watching some clips from previous episodes. And that Mr. Martell, no, he was portraying himself to really, really be the man. And it's just odd looking at his standing today compared to what he was attempting to, I'm going to say, lie about back then. But yeah, he made it seem like in his one little clip that Mel basically didn't have anything going on. And we know we've heard him say he was the breadwinner 1,001 times. But yeah, what a fake. Okay, Aunt Ann, and thank you so much for the super chat. Yes, we need to talk because, well, I'm not gonna say it on this live, but yeah, we'll talk. Like I said, tomorrow in case this live runs a little late. Hey, pretty brown eyes. Hello, hello, hello. That's true, Bluefish, and hello. All right, pretty brown eyes. It's saying that your device is not connected. So try to reconnect and I'll definitely get you added. Tang, she's doing exactly what she's supposed to be doing. She really is. And I see you, Aunt Ann. You guys know I just put up my banner just in case. That's just from a habit of watching other areas of YouTube. So, Aunt Ann, is this you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, all right. And pretty brown eyes, I see you drop down, so make sure to come back. It looks like you were having some issues with your device. So, Aunt Ann, we can discuss if you want on
Oh,
the live, but if you prefer to do it behind the scenes, we can do that too.
oh
I'm
no.
confused. Why she
We
got your name in her mouth?
Wanda's mad because it was a big argument. Somebody put something in my DM 3 times about her. She used to tell Melody, find your baby daddy. I found out Wanda mother was with a married man. He had a full family, and that's why Wanda's so angry and so jealous of everybody. And
Mm,
I did a video and I said that the problem is that you are a side chick baby, and that's your problem. You have a problem with people. You're so angry, you need to go to a therapist and stop picking with people.
mm-hmm,
She would come try to get my IG, try to be a friend. I kick her out. She come be somebody else, and I kick her out. I was like, why is she harassing me?
mm-hmm.
So when
Let me
she
get pretty brown eyes real quick. Pretty
okay,
brown eyes, is this you? Pretty brown eyes, is this you? Pretty brown eyes. Okay, Ann, I'm gonna. She dropped down. Let me. Oh, and I'm sorry. Go ahead now.
it was a lot of stuff that I didn't bring to the front of YouTube. I'm trying to handle behind YouTube as a talking to attorney, because it would come to the point that she would do everything I said in my video. Somebody sent me that video she did.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere Wanda came, well, Kung Fu Panda didn't call her name. Everywhere came out her mouth, she got that from my video.
Mm. Now you're talking about on her interview with
With, Clashes and K.
oh no, this was
Oh,
a
yeah, that's why I called them Clashes and K.
okay. You
Yeah.
know these nicknames you got.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was a one-sided video. She only went to people who was gonna take her live.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's why I made that video and laid her out and laid the other lady out, because the other lady said that I did it. I'm dealing with her behind doors the legal way. She said that she called my name out, said it was me and I was a sick supporter. And I was like, I said, I run 2 business. What do I look
Yeah.
like calling her for? What I'm calling her for? I would never come
Right.
at nobody's back door. When I'm coming, you're gonna see me. What do I want to why would I fight a senior citizen for? What do I
Right.
want to fight a senior citizen for?
Right. So she called your name. You're talking about the channel that Wanda frequents a lot.
I guess she tends to, she like Melody, but she don't. What's her name? When Keeping Up with the Hope.
Oh.
She
Oh,
put a
okay.
video out on me. I guess called stuff helping Wanda and said that call my name. Or it's Aunt Ann. She talking about Aunt Ann. Y'all some sick supporters. Y'all some sick supporters. This first time she did that. I don't know this lady, and I don't say anything to this lady. She did when I was helping out Miss Van about Pookie. When I got Pookie together, she did the same thing. The video about me, and I didn't say anything. And I said this was enough, so I got her together on my video. I snatched her up, and I snatched Miss on Kung Fu Panda up at the same time.
So you say keeping up with the hoes?
Yep, she cahoots with Wanda with Kung Fu Panda. She put a
Oh,
video out on me. Go look at my last video that I made. I got
I,
the recording up there. That what she said about me. Recording
I
is up
feel.
there.
That was today, your video?
No, I did a video. I think it was on Monday or Tuesday.
Okay, just let me know on Instagram which one. I'll
Okay,
definitely
I
go back.
sent it to you. Well, matter of fact,
Okay,
I was send it to you. Um,
let me add Anonymous. Anonymous, is this
mhm.
you?
Yes, it is.
Okie dokie. Hey, how are
Hi.
you?
On Ann and Chit Chat with QT. I have to come up and meet the stars
Ah,
of the
Oh,
content
girl.
creators. Baby, your read was fabulosus.
ah,
I had to listen to it 3 times, even when I slept.
People keep on saying I was mad. People keep on saying because one thing about
I
me don't lie
missed
on me.
it.
Don't lie
Baby,
on
I mean,
me.
On Ann took Bernie Mac to a whole nother level.
And I
Baby,
love Bernie Mac.
Ah, get out of here. I
But
missed it.
the funny thing about it, I didn't know it. I had about 40 email, 40 DMs. I'm like, what is going on? I didn't know anything about it. And people like, I just want you to know this before, because I just want you to know what was going on. And I was like, at first she said it was 5 other people. Then she said it was Kiki. Then it was Kiki Mama. Now it's me.
Mm-hmm.
But you're a felony. See, that's why I said they dumb. You're a felony on national TV telling me you have 2 firearms. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, she
Thank you.
said that in that live, and there was a lot of stuff that I wouldn't have advised. Well, I wouldn't advise her of anything, but yes, a lot of things that she said, not that live in that interview, that she shouldn't have said,
Yeah, that
especially
was,
if you're expecting to film with people on a show, because the part that I heard, naturally, she said if somebody tried to hit her or whatever, and if you're protecting yourself, that's self-defense or whatever.
don't
But
nobody want her.
right, but she even went on to say something about, and if they say something I don't like, well, you can't go around pow-powing people if they say something that you don't like. That's not how it works.
well, she's the
So
one that came up with choppers.
Yep.
yeah, we know that, and she tried to deny it. Hannah Grace, is this you?
Yes, it is Chit Chat.
Hello,
Thank you.
hello.
Hey, Hannah.
Joining
Hey,
us.
Hi,
I
Hannah.
am hang in there. And Anonymous and
Hi.
Cheeks. How y'all doing? Great
I'm
combo.
good.
I
Yes,
had to
it's
meet the
been an
stars
evening.
here, y'all. On
No, my
Ann
order. I'm just
read
been
was
busy.
phenomenal.
Oh my
I'll be
goodness.
back. I'm gonna go live tomorrow. I just been busy. My orders has been triple since all
Mm-hmm.
this stuff is going
Amen.
on. And like I told her, I said, when you try to, that's what somebody, a child of God, I said, come back to you. I said, so what y'all was waiting on, he done gave it to me. Because my stuff tripled this week. What you was waiting on, he gave it to me. Thank you. Keep on. But
Mm-hmm.
but she was wrong. She got mad because I told the truth. It came to me, and I told her I'm the news reporter, and I just put it out there. You tell me somebody else's side, baby. You keep on telling people side, baby. Find your baby mama. I'm to myself. You keep on
Mm-hmm.
poking the bear. You come in my DMs. You try to disguise yourself as somebody else. Then you come in as yourself. I don't want to be your friend.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The point is that I always have Melody back and Miss Van back. That's the problem. She have a
Yeah.
problem with that.
Yeah. And a lot of them do, they said something which was true. Everybody has a right to
Uh-huh.
like who they like. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
don't get mad at other people if we happen to like Mel or we happen to like Miss Van. It is what it is. But it's not really that them, feeling like we like them. It's them feeling like we defend them when other people do BS. And that's what they don't like. That's really because Wanda's just trying to flip the script, change everything like things didn't happen. And I keep saying this, I will not respect her until she tells the truth because she
Yeah.
still trying to say that she wasn't talking about a child. And we
I
all
can't
know.
respect her because she tried to hit my sorority sister on TV
Yeah.
and didn't have and still keeps thinking it's okay.
She said she want to fight me. A month ago, 2 months ago, she told me, come down to Huntsville. We're gonna be in the street. You think I'm coming to Huntsville with you? It wouldn't be a fight. I work out 7 days a week, sometimes 6. I lift over 1,000 pounds when I go to the gym.
Dang.
It won't be no fight. I will hit you with a 1/4 hitter. I said, I'm not going to jail and lose what I got behind you. You crazy. I got good sense. I'm not.
That's
But now she took it to another level. My attorney got involved in it. She better make sure that's me. He's about to tell her she ain't got no money. I said, I don't care. I don't care. She got $1. She gonna give it to me. I'm gonna give it to the po. I don't care. But she better make sure my name, that she got the right one, that my name is on the police report. She better make sure she got those phone records with my name on it. She better make sure. She better make sure that's me. Because I know it ain't me. Because I know who it is. I want her to show it. She ain't gonna show it because she lying. I told my, who gonna work for $1,500? She should have took that $1,500, got her teeth done. That's what she should have did.
You know she had to buy them teeth from the morgue.
Office. You can't go in no lawyer office for $1,500. Do you know how much a lawyer charge you just for a cease and desist a paper? They start at $3,000.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like to me, I told you guys this when Maurice came out with his list of his faves and this and that. It seems like they're going on this YouTube vendetta, if you ask me, trying to scare. I think Wanda is doing this as a scare tactic because if you filed a police report and all of that, has anyone been served with paperwork?
No, because she got the right one. She got the right one. I'm not Black Titanic. I'm ready. I'm playing chess. She keep on playing hopscotch. And let me show you how to play checkers. Because I'm telling you now, I'm not playing with her. She got the right one. She has the right one.
Yeah, I just saw it today. I saw a couple things going through YouTube. I haven't watched many lives or anything this week. But I saw something which made me go and watch that dreadful interview. And I put 2 and 2 together that she was basically talking about you. Yeah. So yeah, that's why I said we still need to talk. It's a scare tactic, if you ask me.
I'm not working.
I'm good. It's not working.
But no, she's trying to scare you in the sense of, well, I'm gonna take their YouTube channel and this and that.
What you gonna take it for? For what?
Right.
And what?
So she can start another YouTube channel. They don't realize how easy it is to start. And I hope you do the same thing. I'm gonna get a backup channel. Just get a backup channel.
I got one. I have one. But what's she gonna take my channel for? Because like I said, before I started this, by me running 2 businesses, before I do anything, I contact my attorney. Can I do this? Can I say that? Can I do this? Can I say that? And I tell everybody, I said, if you're doing YouTube, whatever you do, make sure you have insurance, make sure you have an attorney on hand. I have to. I run 2 successful businesses, so I have to have that on my hand. And I'm like, can I do this? Can I do that? I did another video. He said, take that down. I said, okay. I took it down.
Yeah.
Whatever he tell me to do, I take it down. He said, we going to go to another direction with your company. So you got to take that one down. I said, okay, I took it down. I said, how about the other one? He said, they good. He said, okay. He said, look, on the rock side.
That's good. It's always smart, we have freedom of speech. So, you know what I mean? Pretty Brown Eyes, you dropped down again. I just clicked you on. And yeah, Pretty Brown Eyes, I think, is having some issues.
But she just threw me in there. She just threw me in there. I ain't had nothing to do with it. She just threw first, because then first it was Chef Don. Then it was Thick Girl. She just threw everybody in. It was just all the YouTubers. Like I told everybody, that was a list. All the people on that list. Y'all listen to me now. One of y'all is next. Those people on that list.
Child.
My soul want those people one by one. That was a list that he's trying to get the people. I'm telling you now.
Well, he's mad at legs, hips, and breasts. I gave that. Anonymous gave that. I'm sorry, Marceau. We knew the Hermaphrodite Chronicles were coming in effect. I told you. You shouldn't have showed your girdle at that fight with Madonna.
Yeah, you guys should know I don't scare easily or anything like that. So it is what it is. They can't take your voice. So it is what it is. But I just think that Wanda is BS, and I did find out that she hasn't filmed a scene yet. So the cameras were at Tisha and Marcel's son's birthday party last week, and they didn't film her. So that's very telling. But she said that she hasn't received yay or nay if she's still on the show. But if they're there filming your grandson's birthday party and you couldn't film, that should tell you something.
They told her because she was sitting on her live and said, I still didn't do anything then. And my attorney said I could have did it then. He said, if I still want to, I can. She said on her live, somebody sent me a clip, I think it was about a month ago, said that, yeah, I had a friend order some stuff from Aunt Ann product and to get her address, and she gonna want to find out how I got it when I show up there. And yeah, I sure did do it. And I sure did do it. And I said, this is exactly what I said. And I went to the police station, fill out a report, and put everybody's name up there. Pookie, Marceau, everybody's name on it. So because you come up, because I'm a legal carrier, I said, because you come up here, you're not coming out the way you came in. And she said the same thing. I told my children, you better let me call me before you come, because I ain't trying to let you have one limb. Right. And she said the same thing I said on that interview. She went through my videos. I blocked her. She got about 4 or 5 pages. She went through my video and said the same thing that I said. I said, it's not about money. I don't want to talk about you. I said, I'm focused on my business and moving high. She said the same thing. Her and Ariana go through my videos and take all my words and say what I said. I'm like, okay, what's going on? If you don't like me, why are you trying to be me?
I know that's right. Let me add someone to the panel now. Lady Lil Ash, you have your camera on. Did you want your camera on? Oh, you just dropped completely off. Okay. Yeah, it is what it is, Aunt Ann. I know you got it all covered. So, Wanda, she's not scaring anybody. Okay, look, Lady Lil Ash is back. Give me 1 second.
Well, she is scaring me, Chit Chat. That face, that look, that tuna fish odor, that scares the heck out of me.
That grammar scares me because you're talking to young, impressionable kids, and you need to stop the cycle. Take that money that you're using for an attorney, go to a community college, sit down, take you some grammar classes. My goodness. But let me add Lady Lil Ash. Lady Lil Ash, is this you?
Yes, it is. Hi, Chad.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Cameron. I'm good. How are you?
Hello. Red Ann, you also have your camera on backstage. Did you want to be on camera?
What I actually have on my head.
Oh, I see it. I have it in black.
Yes, nice. It is really good quality hat.
It really is, because I got mine. It's probably 2 years ago, and yeah, I love it.
That's cute.
Yes. Hannah Grace, what are your thoughts about the conversation? Why bite the hand that fed you, and all of that? What's your thoughts on it?
Yes, let me address, that blogger first. No, Miss Wanda. Kung Fu Panda, whatever her name is. We got to look. It's not just her. It's another blogger that's encouraging her to do this. I think that blogger put her up to do this. You know who I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
She wouldn't have been able to come up with this plot herself. All it is a plot to try to shut Aunt Ann down. Because I thought they said they blamed another blogger at first.
They did.
Okay, so are you guys talking about the other blogger that starts with an M?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you listened to the same interview, and it was hard listening to that interview, Chit Chat. But she did say her whole story had so many holes in it. It was just ridiculous. And it's a good thing that she's not getting back on that show. They shut her butt down. Carlos.
Now, what do you think about that, Hannah? Because she said that, well, she did say no news is good news.
She
She
said
hasn't
that.
been officially told that she hasn't been on, that she's not on the show going forward. But I think it's telling, like I just said, if they had the birthday party last week and the Love and Marriage Huntsville crew was there filming, but they didn't film her.
It just goes, it basically goes to show you that. Remember, I know you all remember when Martell was out at the baseball diamond with his son, and he said Miss Wanda is gone. Yeah. And then Marceau got on there being smart, talking about basically Martell has no pool, it's left up to Carlos. But and at that time, I already said, look, Carlos is getting paid by the network, so he has to answer to someone. So the only thing they were looking at is Carlos' show. Carlos calls all the shots, but he forgot that to look at that, people who paying Carlos to produce his show, and the people that came together in unity to show their to show that, look, what Miss Wanda did out there talking about, a baby, an innocent child, talking about calling this woman all out of her name, having her cousin come on, come on her YouTube talking about he got choppers, and just all of the crazy stuff, low down and dirty things that she was doing month after month after month, and nobody said anything. People were saying stuff, but she wasn't listening. She was not listening, and she did not listen until they cut her off that show. And if Carlos had a gay, and plus he put her on his night show, so Carlos cannot tell us that he didn't know that this woman was out here doing all this foolishness. Now she's silent. She gotta be, and she talking about her YouTube channel, so that lets you know she need another source of income, her spices and all this stuff. And I think somebody is backing her up financially too. And I think it's that M lady. It might, that even might have something to do with it too. I don't know. Allegedly, somebody backing her up, because I don't think Tisha and Marceau got the money to help.
I agree. Let me add a couple people up. Flory Hook.
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for bringing me up. This is my first time.
Not a problem. We have Flory Hooks, and then we have Mary Hooks. Mary, did you want to stay on camera? Mary?
Yeah.
Did you want to? Okay. Did you want to stay on camera?
I don't care.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for joining us. And yes, ladies, what are your thoughts? Let's start with an anonymous. I'm coming back to you. Well, you know what, ladies? Let me go in order. Lady Lil Ash.
Yes. Hi, ladies. Thanks for having me up. Chit Chat. This is my first time too.
Hi, how you doing?
Yeah. So I did see the interview that Wanda did, and I was livid at the fact that she would have those accusations against Ann. I think they were just ridiculous and absurd for her to even make those kind of remarks. And I definitely think that she was coached, maybe by the bloggers, but I think by Scott's 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
So it just is convenient how filming starts, and then all of a sudden they want to attack the bloggers and the YouTubers that have so much traffic for their show. And I think this is a tactic for them to try to get people to veer away from what has already been out in the public about their crimes or whatever that's, alleged crimes and whatever that's happening, from what's going on now on that's filming. Because I think something is going to happen more to where everybody's going to go against them further.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. YouTube plays a big part in revealing the truth for all of them, even their end, I would say. And I think that we're going to see some of that in season 6. That's what I'm thinking. They already did with Carlos talking about the Credit One situation and all of that. So, we're already in a sense a part of storylines on the show, but it's definitely a tactic. I peeped it right away. There is no coincidence, like I said, that Maurice gave out these Funky Dineva awards. The next day, Funky Dineva comes out, says what he says, and then everybody goes on this YouTube tour. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It is what it is. But thank you for that, Lady Lil Ash. Anonymous, don't you go anywhere because I do have a question for you. But let's go to Flory Hooks because we got more people backstage. So I want to make sure I let people talk and then we can free up some spots.
I'm going to go because I have a lot of work to do. Thank you for having me.
Aunt Ann, you're leaving? Okay.
I know other people.
Love you, Aunt Ann. You keep your head up. Don't let them
I
folks
wish Aunt Ann would just stay for this piece.
Okay,
Aunt Ann, before you leave.
Aunt Ann, somebody's asking you to stay for this piece, so just stay. Who was that?
Okay,
was that
I will.
Flory?
So, Aunt Ann, and to the platform. This is Flory Hook, and I'm very new to this whole thing, but I'm just going to get right to it. I am a retired FBI employee, and I'm going to get right to the point with the hacking of the phone. This is all public knowledge, or anyone have been watching, MSNBC, CNN, and whatever news channel that you would like to watch. It is called FISA. We have to get and go to the courts to get a affidavit to get approval to listen into anybody's phone calls. And if somebody's doing this without any approval, that is a federal crime. Federal. And it goes beyond the police because now you're crossing over to state lines when it comes into a federal. I'm sorry, I had to pick up my dog. But whenever something comes in and crosses federal lines, that is when the federal government is now involved. I have listened in many, many calls when we are doing investigations. And so therefore, what Melody did, believe me, it has risen to a level of federal.
What Melody did as what?
As far as when she said that somebody was hacking her phone.
That's right.
That crosses into federal investigations.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Whenever, and another thing that I would give to everyone here that is listening on this chat, when you get a phone call, whether it be from your credit line or agency, whoever you are dealing with as far as credit, and they call you and say, this call is being recorded.
This is the first.
You cannot record someone without their knowledge. That is inadmissible. Now I would like to fast forward on to Melody and what she has been through as a woman and as a Black woman. Number one, I know a lot of women going like, 14 years, 15 years, how could she have stood by this man? But here's the thing. All of us have our cross to bear. When we say we want to follow Jesus, that means sufferings. We suffer the cross. In the beginning, when we're talking about biblical, everybody can't go with her. People will be dropped off, even as the friends that she went with, the husband that she tried to ride with and tried to help him, he was just not in a place to receive the blessings. And the other thing I'm going to say, as women, Whether we come from a whole family, mother and dad, or come from a single family home, it is the mother who is raising the children.
I would have caught her.
In my belief, I do think that men are conflicted. As a woman, as a daughter, as a child, mothers always are there to comfort and there to love you. If we have to be
How old is y'all? 40?
disciplinary, then we got to be able to be the ones that are going to lift you up. Well, when we are raising those boys, and I heard a pastor say, a woman cannot raise a boy. They cannot. We cannot teach a boy how to be a man. And we comfort them in that time, and then we tell them the truths. And for the good mothers who are out there, but it doesn't neglect. We have or are married to date boys that who are trying to come into the identity of themselves. That is why it always says that a girl always, they mature faster than boys.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is because they are conflicted. They want the same thing. They don't know when they are ready to get married. And when they marry you, they don't know whether they want a mother or a wife.
Right.
They want it both. They want it both. That is because it's the mother who is raising the children.
Yeah, I do agree with that. It's a lot of women that end up, I'm not going to say assuming the mother position, but basically mothering their spouse. So I definitely, I definitely agree with that, Flory. Thank you so much for that. Mary Hooks, let me add you to the conversation. I do have a couple more people backstage. How are you, Mary? Are you driving?
Yeah.
Please be safe. I'm looking at you like, oh my goodness.
Well, hello, Pamela. This is my first time ever getting on somebody's chat.
Oh, well, thank you for joining me and us.
I watch all of, YouTubers on and, I get my kicks out of everybody. But first thing first, I've been watching Love and Marriage Huntsville since day one.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that the jealousy, but let me tell you something. You see that, and I'm calling names, and I'm from New Orleans. See that Ariane Curry, the way she did Mel? She played with the right one. Because had she to play with a New Orleans woman like that,
yeah,
she wouldn't have made it. You gonna come tell me about my husband, and you gonna disrespect me? I'm gonna have to put it aside and say, I'm gonna show you what disrespect is. I've been through it. So I know. And as far as Tisha, allegedly, she wouldn't have never got away with nothing. No, I'd have came after her. But last but not least, my oldest child is 43 years old, and he's a boy. And I don't let nobody play with him. But you see that Wanda, I would have smushed her face in her potatoes. I would have. That's how we are. You coming after my daughter, talking all that about my daughter or my son, and I got 2 sons and 1 daughter. And they'll tell you, Mama coming. I'll tell my children in a minute, Mama got this one since I don't want you dealing with a grown woman or putting your hands on a woman. Mama got this one.
Mama gonna handle it. I hear you.
I'm gonna handle it. I am from New Orleans and we don't play that. You're not gonna come talking that and get away with it. Martell couldn't have been married to me because I'd have fixed him. I'd have broke every bone in his hand. He wouldn't have been able to dial no numbers.
Baby, let these Louisiana folks get you.
I'd have got him. I'd have showed you. But as you know, I understand what Melody been through, and she got the image to her whole because she has her business. But I'd have went in my closet and I said, God, let me take care of just this one. Forgive my, because I'm going after her.
Yeah.
Her, I would
You
have
know
never.
I think that the show's sake, because Mel ain't no joke. So a lot of
I
people,
know.
we can see that, and but I think that this show basically saved her in that aspect as well.
Yes.
I think
Yes.
had everything had not been going on the way it was, filming and this and that, things could have ended differently. I agree with you. As far as Miss Coleslaw, that she got off real good. Real
Oh
good.
yeah,
And
she got
it's good
away.
that she's sitting down. Yeah, for sure. We don't condone violence. Let me put that out there, a little
Right. We don't
disclaimer.
condone. We
Um,
don't condone violence, but sometimes you just have to just really stand up for yourself. You have to.
oh yeah,
I
that's
wish Mel was
that's
my. I wish
right.
Mel was my sister.
Look, I think I told her that when I talked to her, the time that I got to talk to her. Yeah, that's a YouTube disclaimer. So I'm just saying that for YouTube. But she
Right.
got out real well. And it's good that she simmered down now, because the years of disrespect, it couldn't have been me. That's all I got to say. It could not have been me. But let me,
Amen to that.
Mary, let my girl talk. Let me get my banner ready. Anonymous.
Okay, thank you. And I know how to get on now.
Thank you. Yes,
Thank you.
I enjoyed you too, Mary. So make sure you click the link going forward, okay? Thank you so
I
much.
always do. I always do.
All right, thank you.
Thank
And
you. I'm going on and next.
And be safe.
Bye
Be
bye.
safe. Be safe.
Bye-bye.
Anonymous, before I start with you, I have a couple people backstage, so let me take a look. I have Red Ann.
Yeah, can I ask a quick question and then I'm gonna drop down?
Who's that speaking?
Red Ann.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Is Aunt Ann still on the panel?
I think she
Yes,
is.
I am.
She
Okay.
is.
Okay. Hey, Aunt Ann. I'll
Hey.
follow you as well. My question is, with Tisha, Marceau, even Martell, at one point having these arrest records, are they able
Give me
to?
Give me 1 second. Red Ann. I do know we're gonna say allegedly, even though
Allegedly.
okay.
Allegedly.
Let's put
You're
that
gonna
out.
have to get a new
Okay,
banner for
allegedly.
you if you don't.
Oh yeah, and yeah, because
Allegedly.
Yeah, you have to say allegedly. Yeah.
Okay. If they have allegedly done the things that we've seen, are they still able, or is anyone still able to hold a builder's license and do anything pertaining to real estate? Because it's mainly real estate, as far as like a realtor and things like that, because you do have people's personal information. Is there anything that would prevent them from being able to hold those type of licenses?
Yeah, but not builder's license, because you're not really dealing with anybody's
Personal information.
You're just dealing with that company. But anything that's relative, they're gonna do a check. You cannot get no license. You have a felony or anything that they have done. But you gotta look at it too. Maurice had his legal paper sealed. He had him sealed.
You're talking about his criminal record?
Yes, he had that seal. There's some stuff up there. He had it sealed. He had it sealed. When everybody was going through people's stuff, he ran and had it sealed.
Oh, wow.
Can I interject?
Please.
It can be sealed, but not when it comes to federal. And I'm speaking as a retired FBI employee.
Yeah, I'm saying for us, we cannot get it. I'm saying it's sealed from the public. Arrest record is public get it, but we cannot get it. He got it sealed from us. I know the FBI, they can get anything they want.
Yeah, usually the police will still have the records of the prosecutors, but the public can't see it.
Yeah, the public can't see it. Yeah. So he had to see it from the public. He tried to get allegedly get Tisha's, but they wouldn't do it. Hers is still out there.
Yeah.
Well, you got 8 ones.
Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Renata, are you backstage?
Thanks,
Yes, I am, ma'am.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me remove this banner. And I'm sorry, the lady that just dropped down, I forgot her name, but thank you so much for your participation. To the 573 that's watching, thank you guys so much. Please make sure to hit the like button. And then as far as the alleged records and all of that, I do know after a certain amount of time, they can get things expunged and all of that. From what I've seen, there weren't any, and I really don't even want to talk about it, anything of a serious nature per se. So I don't think that would prevent them from going on to do what they do now. They're business owners. Tisha now has Scott Realty and all of that. So yeah, just my personal opinion on that. But good question. Now, Anonymous, hello. I wanted to let you know. Thank you for being patient.
I know. I have questions here. I'm not going to just give a soliloquy. For the retired, put the bed up. For the retired FBI agent, did you get a chance to see the clip 2 of the reunion for season 3 for Love and Marriage Huntsville?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, question. When after Melody was asking, I think there was a series of questions between Carlos to Melody as well as Martell in terms of the hacking. There was a response that Martell gave about how he would listen to her phones and how it would get to his phone from her phone.
He didn't say listen. He said that people that were
it would transfer to his phone, I think, if she called, right?
Right.
So here's the thing.
If people were calling him, somehow his calls were being routed to Mel's business number. That's what Martell said.
So here's the thing. You know, we can go to Best Buy or any electronic store and say, I would like to get any listening device. I believe this, that, and the other. But you need to preference that. If you do hook it up, how is it then you intend for it to be used? Are you going to use it in a manner to blackmail somebody so then they can stand down? Or because you cannot use it in any court setting at all.
Okay.
Number one. Number two, now if you hire a private investigator, that person is licensed, then they are able to get all of the devices and what have you because they have been hired, and most of the private investigators are retired police officers, or they're retired FBI agents, or what have you. So therefore, they have the licenses to get whatever information by any means necessary, but not quite all the way to the end of the spectrum.
Okay, Flory, give me 1 second, because that's illegal even for private investigators. Now they can do video surveillance of people, but the only people that's able to tap someone is the police, is the FBI.
Yes, ma'am. What you're saying is true. However, it can go to, let me just use an example. Somebody is being hired to kill somebody, right?
We can't say that word.
Unalive.
Okay. And I'm just speaking as a retired employee.
Yeah, you can say unalive. You just can't say the K word.
Yeah.
And I can say, yes, we have to go through the necessary red tape to get all of their approval.
Right. Must be
all of their approval.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So therefore, that person that is hired So just say if a lawyer hires, they have a case and they want to get some kind of dirt. And matter of fact, just think about this. If you're running for the president of the United States, or if you're running for whatever higher type of position that you want to have, do you, and like I said, when we go to cable news, they're getting information.
Yeah,
From an inside source. They could have worked to that place or what have you. All of this stuff comes to court. Every bit of it comes to court.
Okay, what's the question? I guess I think we're a little.
Well, I was asking if the fact that he said the statement and she alleged in a police report, would there be investigation federally, at least on that, if she filed a report?
Yes.
Okay.
If it rises to the point to where it is, because just for example, just say she was in Huntsville, Alabama, and she went to Atlanta or to Los Angeles, right?
Yes.
And if allegedly, if somebody is tracking her or illegally, allegedly tapping, that crosses state lines, which comes to federal attention.
Yeah, it's interstate commerce, so the federal lines are what would be your jurisdiction. Correct.
Right, there you go.
Right. Okay, give me 1 second, ladies. Daphne Shepherd.
Would there be investigation federally?
Yes.
Okay, you need to close out your other window.
Yes.
Echo. So
to the point to where it
is that fine?
That is better. Thank you. Thank you. And to the 600 plus watching, thank you guys so much. Please hit the like button for me. And Renata, let me get to you. What are your thoughts, Renata?
Well, my thoughts are this. Is Aunt Ann still on this live here?
Yes,
she
I am.
is.
Aunt Ann, the read was epic yesterday. I don't F with you.
Told y'all that.
Send me the link to that video on Instagram, please.
We love Aunt Ann. We love you, Aunt Ann.
When I say you read them people, I almost felt bad. You read Wanda in that Keeping with the Hoax lady for filth. They don't want no smoke with you, Aunt Ann. They don't want no smoke.
It was my name, and I don't lie.
I know.
On me. Yeah.
And lying on you. I understand that. I definitely understand that. Oh, that read was
Aunt Ann ain't nothing to be played with at all.
That read was chit chat. I don't know if you saw it yet, but when you see it,
I have not.
It was about an hour long. When I say she read from the beginning to the end.
Yeah. I just told her to make sure to send it to me on send me the link so I can go right to it after this live.
Okay.
Judging from everyone in the comments, it was.
I just put it in personal chat, chit chat.
Oh, excellent! Thank you.
It was epic, chit chat.
Thank you.
If they say her name again, they would probably be scared to ever say her name again.
I know that's right.
Oh Lord,
that's right. That's my girl.
I told you gotta be famous, Aunt Ann.
I don't bother them, but I try to help people. I try to help people. I don't bother them about it.
Yes, you do.
I'm a news reporter, and for you to keep a lot of people don't know what she kept on doing behind doors. I had to do so much stuff to protect myself, and I had to fill out a police report because this lady is crazy. She had her friend order some stuff to get my address, but she's stupid. Why would I use my home address for my business? Duh.
Yeah.
Facts. They did that to Melody too, trying to.
Are you kidding me?
Dox her. Yeah.
She did a video. I got the video. My lawyer got the video. I gave her everything I had. They got the video that she made. She said it on her live. She said on her video and said, "Y'all, no."
Yeah, I think the term is called doxing. She was trying to dox Aunt Ann.
Yeah.
Something is mentally wrong with Wanda.
I caught the girl. I went through all my orders in the area. I caught her.
Did you?
Yep.
Well, you know what? You and I had talked about something about that as far as her ordering your
Mm-hmm.
merchandise, your
Mm-hmm.
product before. Yeah, we shall. I can't wait to watch it. Hey,
Oh,
really? Well, Renata, what's your thoughts on? Did I get you, Renata? No, that was you just talking, Renata. Correct?
Yeah, that was me.
Okay, Daphne Shepherd. Hello, thanks for
Hi.
joining us.
Hi, Chad. I just wanted to say hello to everybody. Hey, Chad. Chit Chat. I
Hi.
like Miss Ann and Carmel. So this are my thought.
Thank you.
Um, Something is seriously wrong with Wanda. I don't understand her ideology for this show. I don't understand why she feel a need to do exactly what Carlos is telling her to do. You all know that Carlos is behind all of this. Carlos has no filter. I saw Carlos yesterday or maybe a week ago on Dish Nation. He was giggly. Did you ever know his whole persona is that he knows everyone on the show? Personally, he's a producer. I think he should just produce and stop applauding everyone. He's friends in his mind with everyone on the cast. It's
Mm-hmm.
just like we understand that. Why would he take it from Martell? That is understandable because he's in cahoots. He applauds all the negativity.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be honest. Carlos King is the problem. That's all I
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I feel like it's a conflict of interest. You know what I mean? Because you are personally invested friends wise and cast wise. And that's like, a hard line that you have to walk. And you can't be both, if you ask me. Now, you don't have to be their enemy. But as far as when he started crying and all of that, that just shows that it's more personal than it should be.
That
That's
is
that's any
yes.
work,
Exactly.
right? Any
Especially with
work,
that violin.
yeah.
Exactly.
Any
He was
work that
totally ridiculous. And he contradicts himself constantly. If we all pay attention, because I do, I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I could not believe he said that. I can't even believe he's saying this. His actions, please, everyone, pay
Yes.
attention to Carlos King. And we all know Martell is not a man. He's a nim. And that's man spelled backwards because that's what he is. Backwards every day.
mm, mm.
And
I hear you,
I just want to
Daphne.
chime in and just say that is so true. Carlos King, he is a moneymaker, but what he's not banking on is these people's mental
Exactly.
status. People show up. You know how you go for an interview and you can show up for that interview in your professional self, but then let something happen. Then you find yourself in another situation. You're dealing with something totally different. And I think Carlos has set these people up for failure. I'm sorry.
Facts.
Yes.
Besides
Yes.
Melody,
Yes.
and when she sold this show, when you're looking at the couples that was supposed to be representative of Black excellence, I'm sorry, and I'm just speaking truth. I did not see Black excellence in none of them except for Melody.
Right.
Facts.
There
Right.
was not
Emmy
Take
had
that
representation
some, but
song.
she stopped.
up with it. They sent another representative before them while they were interviewing for the show to be chosen.
Mhm.
And I saw today in another content um, um, YouTube channel, she went back to well, with Letitia having a discussion with Marceau for she wanted to do something in Las Vegas, for their anniversary. And he said something that was key and stuck out to me. He said, stick with me. You know, we got to do what we, mainly he was saying we got to do what we got to do. Just stick with me. And
Carlos?
when he said that, he already was saying that, look, you're going to have to ride with me, baby. If we want to do and get a spinoff, I need you to keep your mouth quiet so I can bring your family, my family in. I got to give everybody, a chance to sell themselves. But what he was doing, it was keeping the smoke off of him while yet his wife was suffering because she wanted, I want everybody to know that you love me, that you're not cheating on me. I'm your ride or die, but you're not the ride or die for me like I am for you. And she wanted to make a difference. Okay, Mel and Martell, here they are. This woman did everything for him. But guess what? He can't even stand in everything that this lady brought to him. And as women, we always carrying the what? We are always carrying the load. If you look at an hourglass, or if you look at a balance scale, just imagine you as the woman as the balance. I got to keep you in check. I got to keep you remembering what we need to do. And when these reality shows come about, a lot of people can't handle it because it's trigger moments that is brought up where they are so deeply trying to hide. They don't want certain things said. And then when some people peep it out, well, then guess what? Now they're in what kind of mode? They're trying clean up mode. I got to give you this image. All of them, Mel, she had to go through this fire. Anybody who's Greek, I'm not Greek. My husband is, but I'm not. However, when you're talking about being tried by the fire, everybody have a testimony. If you have not been tested, you don't have a testimony.
That's
and
right. Behind every
know how much he can shine.
Look how he's destroying
her
Love and Marriage DC. Carlos destroys it. They were all queens and queens and elegant, and it's just like Huntsville. He's destroying everything.
Yes.
He's trying to change the narrative. Period for all of them.
Yes.
It's disgusting.
He's a big enabler.
He changing it. It's disgusting.
Yes.
Pay attention to Carlos King. We really need to get him. I'm just
Well,
saying.
I got a question. How was Carlos raised in Detroit?
Well, simply, he got some mother issues, father issues, identity issues.
Yeah,
he has so many different issues.
Shoe issues, hair scarf issues. He got more issues than the law allows.
And he's been burnt.
I'm sorry,
Corey,
give me 1 second. Sorry about that. As far as Carlos, I totally agree that, I did just learn just recently that he stated that he stepped down from Real Housewives of Atlanta. So contrary to popular belief, he wasn't let go. He stepped down, and then he gave another young Black male producer an opportunity.
He sounds just like Martell.
Right.
He sounds like Martell. Really? That child was Martell Holt.
Right.
Her maid Melody, she just got her businesses. Yes, that's how it happened. Okay.
And he mad. He mad because Melanie might take his job. Anybody think about that?
He feels
she going for it.
I have.
He feels.
I want her to take the job.
That's what he afraid about. Everybody hear what Oprah Winfrey said. She don't do that. She don't do ghetto. Period.
Her mother
so
said
she told
best,
all of us. She told all of us. And guess what? She's talking about watching somebody. We're all watching Melody, and we all see actually what's going on. It's ridiculous that they're trying to pull the wool over our eyes. I just don't appreciate it. It's ridiculous. Carlos Stop
Right.
lying, saying that you know everybody. How do you know everybody? How do you have a platform? What do you want, Carlos? Do you want to be a producer, or do you want to be someone on the show? Tell us what you need to do, and we'll help
He
you.
want to be
We
He
talented.
love
wants
you,
both.
Carlos.
He wants both. He
Chit
wants to
Chat,
have
put my
both.
banner
One
up.
at a time.
Allegedly, he wants to be with Hotel. Put
Oh,
my banner
okay.
up.
Allegedly.
Oh.
Oh God, put her banner.
I would just
Chit
like
Chat,
to
put a
say,
banner.
Allegedly.
Lord have mercy.
Hannah
here's
Grace,
the
Thank you, Anonymous.
one second, guys, one at a time. Hannah Grace, I saw your back chat, so please feel free to hit the link if you like. Aunt Ann, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. Thank
Yes.
you for sending me the
Love you,
video
Aunt
as
Ann.
well as Anonymous putting it in the back chat as well.
That's right. Get your popcorn ready. It's a great nightcap for you tonight.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready right after this live. But somebody else put in the comments, where did it go?
Well,
Oh my
somebody, if you look at Shine Bright, she talks about what Bravo does.
What does Bravo do?
They'll let other fired employees permission to say they left.
Yeah. Well, it was
To
the
keep
first
safe
that,
face.
right. It was the first that I've heard of, especially out of Carlos's mouth. That he voluntarily stepped down. It just didn't seem like that was the case to me. And I think that he values the talent on the Bravo shows a little more than he does with Love and Marriage.
Well, them
Huntsville.
girls wasn't gonna play with him. Them girls wasn't gonna play with him like that. You wasn't just
Yeah.
gonna be popping up their mistress, their boyfriends or husband mistresses and doing all that. Kenya and them wasn't gonna play with him like that.
Well, the
Mm-mm.
worst thing was when Candy and the mothers and one of them passed away. People stopped watching right after
Oh,
that hostile, toxic
Yeah.
fight. And
oh,
that's the
Todd,
part where he's
No, with
too
the
Todd's mom.
hostile.
You mean
Like if you notice with the other Real Housewives franchises, you can tell a lot of the people that are having some of the criminal situations, they're being fired or being discriminatory to other cast members. They're letting them go. So
Immediately.
that's why I say I think Carlos is not paying attention to the temperature in the room. People are starting to fight with the hostile work environment. They saw what happened to Harvey Weinstein and the others. I mean, look at what's his name. He thought he was going to get away with it in New Mexico. The actor, Alec Baldwin, he just got charged for what he did.
Charges.
It took him 2 years, but they got charged with something that is a criminal crime. So I'm just saying, I think that's the thing we were so disappointed. If Carlos would have been objective and not biased and followed the original intent of what Melody Cherie had for Love and Marriage Huntsville, he could have had an empire and legacy like The Cosby Show, Different World, or Cosby, and it would have lasted longer because families, businesses develop over time. That's the thing.
Right, they definitely do. But I must say that they
That's
couldn't
true.
have put the story out there without it being told. And
Right.
Marcel and Melody both told their story. The show is Love and Marriage. Yes, we
Yeah.
get that
Yes.
business aspect and all of that. So Carlos wouldn't have had anything. This is just a little defense for him to talk about when it comes to the issues that they experienced and all of that without their permission.
Yeah,
So,
but that's not the thing that I'm concerned about, Chit Chat. The issue I have is when Carlos said in a podcast that the Vegas trip where Martell had to be restrained 2 or 3 times from lunging at Melody was his favorite episode. The fact that he encouraged Wanda to keep acting as ratchet as she did to cause the Madani fight, he likes that. It goes too far, and that was the problem he had with Bravo. He goes
That's
too
true.
far where when you have cast members ready to go attack each other, that's too
Thank you.
far.
yeah, that is a
That's too
bit
far.
much. Hannah
And that's
Grace,
exactly what.
give me 1 second. Hannah Grace, is this you?
Yes, it is Chit Chat. I'm back.
All right. Welcome back. Yeah, I do believe that it's way off course. The show is way off course. Now, little thing that was a little promising to me was in the statement or the comment that Mel's manager made as far as Martell joined them where they were sitting for this Christmas play. That to me, it's not saying a lot, but at least it's showing me a little bit that they're able to be cordial again. We know
Only
that
when he's Jekyll. Only when he's Jekyll. When he becomes Hyde.
Right, we know that. We know that for sure. But I'm just hoping that with everything that's out there, I've said this 1,000 times and I'll continue to say it. For me, one of my favorite cast members, as well as a lot of you all, is Mel. And I feel that Mel is smart enough, bright enough. She knows what's going on. She's not going to put herself in harm's way. And I feel with her continuing to show up to work, I believe with this season, we're going to see something different because she said that she demanded that in advance. She demanded to meet with people before they started filming this season. We see that now, allegedly, Martell.
And that's because she's a born leader.
Right, she's a leader.
She's a born leader. And when you have followers as such as the Scotts and the Martells, when she brought about this show, it was the intent for it to be love, marriage, businesses, Black excellence.
Exactly.
Black
So
excellence.
she saw the
Family,
snakes.
yes.
She did not realize who the snakes were. Trying to promote something good. So she had to walk through those snakes. And it brought out some of the ugliness in her because she was defending herself. She always said, I'm a responder. And when God closed her mouth that she didn't have a voice, stand still, stand back.
Yeah, her rocks had to cry out for her.
Say it again.
Her rocks had to cry out, which was her brother,
when you
her
are
manager,
a born leader,
and the video.
Say it again. So what people don't realize, when David was called against Goliath, he had the anointment, but he didn't have the appointment. See, that is like Mel. She's in her 30s, y'all. And she's making all these boss moves against these people who are older. So that goes to show you age has nothing to do with anything. All it shows, and all of these people, what Mel has been able to do, expose all of them. There was about nothing as far as what she was trying to help them, encourage them, give them money. But God had to show her who the snakes were.
Yeah, it started with her husband.
She has a powerful anointment and her leadership skill. Carlos can't even touch this lady. And he's like back, like, okay, who is this? I hired you. I might be the boss, but who are you? So she's like, David, I may have been minding few sheep, but here's the thing. I'm coming to Goliath. Who is this that calls my God? So therefore, now they are seeing, but they have not yet. They're not even ready for what's coming against them. Because God said, vengeance is mine.
Be afraid.
That's the Lord.
That's right, Lori. I totally
be afraid. Be real afraid. Carlos is really scared.
Sodom and Gomorrah, baby.
Really. Let me read.
Carlos is afraid. He's over there messing up. He's over there messing up Huntsville, Washington, D.C. Monique is gone again because he didn't want to pay. He never follows suit. There's something wrong with Carlos. And if you pay attention, and I'll keep reiterating, pay attention, because it's so obvious. He say the same thing over. This is my friend. He tried to change the narrative. He don't care who speaks with him. It's all about him. He loves Martell because he is Martell.
That's right. Because now, really, money.
Excuse me, Flory. Yes. Let me read a couple comments. Relly, you said the lies. I agree with that because I'm going to say in his words, he stepped down right after the incident with Candy, So, the Candy, the Portia, the Phaedra incident and all of that. So I find that very, very odd if what he's saying is
Suspicious.
true. I really do.
Carlos
I
has a
just want to say this
fixation.
before I drop down. Psalms 23rd, the first verse, it says, "The Lord is my shepherd, and I shall not want." The last verse, it says, "Grace and mercy shall follow me." So Carlos is chasing money.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? Mel is saying, "I don't have to chase after nothing because grace and mercy is chasing after me. All the days of my life, I shall dwell in the house of the Lord." And I'm going to say good night, ladies.
Good night. Thank you with your info.
That's it.
Yes, thank you so
You
much.
better go ahead and speak the word.
Go
Thank
ahead.
you.
Thank
Word.
you.
You
We
better
all
speak
needed
that
that.
word.
Thank you so much, Lori Hook. I hope you are still going to join us in the chat.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, excellent. Now, little Ash, I thought I saw your avatar move a little bit. Were you about to say something?
I was.
Lady
I was.
Luck. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I was, but I had to let Flory say her sermon for a minute because I needed to hear that as well before I spoke. But I was saying, if you look at Carlos's track record of his professional history of all the shows that he's been on, Bravo, VH1, he has a history of a fixation of being popular. He wants people to like him. He wants people to gravitate and need him. And the fact that he wants to have that star power for himself in lieu of other people. Like he did it with he did it with Love and Hip Hop with Mimi Fast and the CBJ story. He did it with Candy and Phaedra on the Housewives of Atlanta. He was also on the Housewives of New Jersey. So he did the same thing with Teresa and her family. So it's the I want to be popular. I want to be seen in that light, but it's like you're going towards a negative light with your actions.
I totally agree with that. The popularity thing, it just you could just look at him and tell, the excitement that he has when he's interviewing the Bravo celebrities, I should say. And and I think that you can't do both. Now, Andy is Andy, I like Andy, but I don't see Andy out all in the mix like a Carlos. Not to take anything from Carlos. He has another show that's going to be starting and all of this. So, whatever he's doing, I'm not going to say he's doing it right, but he's out there. But yeah, it's a conflict.
Andy don't even follow them ladies on. If you go to Andy's page, he don't follow none of the girls on. They'll follow him, but he don't even follow them.
Well, it's business. The thing that we don't. What I want to say this, and this is why I was very upset with Carlos. When you were let go from Bravo, it's not to complain that Bravo let you go. It's to adapt and improve. You have a gold mine with OWN. You can make OWN big. Why are you trying to run back to Bravo? That's what I mean. He's still caught up in the Real Housewives of Atlanta, fighting chaos, Kit Kat fights.
Yes.
Persona. And he has not matured. Give you a perfect example. Love and Mary Huntsville. It's 2023, right? Why are we still showing things like 2018 with the puppets?
Yeah.
Hotels doing pictures at Dustin as if it's 2019 with their hairstyle. I'm like, it is 2023, right? It has.
How many times did Carlos tell us how many shows he have done, produced, how many things he have done, how he know every cast member, how he loves Sheree, how he loves Sheree and Martell, and just was crying about he loved Melody. What's wrong with Carlos?
Get it? I don't.
He backtrack every time. Pay attention, you will catch his ish every time.
Yeah,
because Carlos doesn't gravitate the teaching moment. He doesn't grasp the teaching moment when it happens. Like when he got let go, that was a teaching moment. This is not going to work. Like, you can't continuously do the same rhetoric and then think the outcome is going to be grand for you and other people. It's a ripple effect.
That's right. The
Well, see, he
definition
Exactly.
has
of
an
And that's what's
ego.
going on.
insanity. The
He
definition of
doesn't appreciate. He doesn't appreciate the light that he has.
you
Yeah,
know,
and
he
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 has
is
a
a
doesn't
bad
bit
ego.
appreciate it
he is a bit braggadocious, I must say that.
Yeah, because he even said that he
constantly.
made Nene. He got on the show and Giselle and Robin had to check him. He said, "Oh, I'm the
Yeah.
one who made Nene leak who she is."
I mean,
He,
you can tell Hotel and him are the same. I made Melody.
okay.
And
I'm
what?
sorry now.
Usually, I thought you could read and write and do arithmetic. I thought that was the basis of making a Melody have a 3.97 GPA, and you couldn't even pass. Okay, Hotel. Yeah.
Let me tell you the problem I have with Carlos King. Melody and Martell bought him this idea about Love and Marriage Huntsville. Well, he changed the name. That's fine. He wanted to, to display more than one couple. That's fine, because Melody them had a whole different idea. He wanted what do you call it? An ensemble cast. Okay. But that does not neglect the fact that they bought this show to you. And then you say, I am the creator and the executive director of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And then he goes further to never give Melody and Martell the full credit. He say Melody, Martell, and the Scotts. And he's giving them that battery to put in their pack. That's nothing but a thief. He will not give them credit. And this is why he probably won't go any further, because that people ain't going to want to work with him. Well, they probably will work with him. But because he's such a thief, and we know that people, when the thief is found, they got to repay. So I don't understand why this man would not just give the Melody, especially because she was the one that put all the work into. And I give Martell a little credit too, because he was there and they worked as a team. They worked as a team at that time. And we got to admit now, none of us I know I do not like Martell, but I don't like this saying, but some people say, and it is true, some people are in your life for a reason and a season. So because he messed up so bad, he had to leave her life. And
she was an actor, Hannah.
Really don't really I know she went through the grieving process. That's fine. She probably missed the good times that they shared together, but she do not miss all the foolishness that this man and Coleslaw put her through. She just want peace and let it go. And that's what she's doing. That's why she's trying to move on. And like you said, why bite the hand that fed you? I think that Carlos really need to be thanking Melody for all of this, because if it wasn't, he probably would be sitting on the beach somewhere or sitting at home.
Yeah. Yes, thank her.
And I should have had him in that thumbnail, because that's so true, Hannah. Yes, they went to him, but they're the ones that basically put light back into Carlos. You know what I mean? And I'll say that.
Yes, they did.
Her creation, they relit that fire that he had lost from not being a producer on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So yeah, he's another one. It's just too much. Just like, I'm not sure who said it. I think it was Lady Lil Ash, or Renata. Maybe it was you. But just him flip-flopping at the reunion. Now you're all giddy in the room, and maybe it was you, Daphne. You're in the room with Martell, and he's on the phone with Sheree, and you're asking her, are you in love with him? And, just giddy. And then later on in the same taping, you're telling this man, I believe that you're in love with Mel still. And it's like, make up your mind. Is it
Make
just
up your mind?
And
have you noticed how everyone found
That's what
God?
actors do.
Right. You can't mean both. So you can't be overly excited for Martell with Sheree, and then you know what I mean? A couple hours later, you're crying, talking about how he feels about Mel.
Well, don't feel bad, Chit Chat. Talk about the previous reunion. He said the peasant Ariana Curry was the whole buffet, and he was in love with her. So what happened?
Yeah.
Restaurant was closed then, closed now, ain't gonna never be open. That girl wasn't no whole restaurant. She was a Denny's or a Waffle House.
She was.
It was always open.
Golden Corral, Chit Chat.
Golden Corral.
Well, I appreciate everyone finding God. I appreciate everyone hearing God. Chad, have you noticed that everybody is hearing God and they're listening to God, and God has showed them God told them to stop and God told them to go. All of them
Luciferians hear
refusing
God
that.
too. You're right. They do. They hear God. They don't follow
It's
him, but they
about
do hear him.
time.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought that was
About
mighty
time.
convenient too, that all of a sudden, Stormy is on her Instagram talking about, oh, I had to
Thank
get
you.
right with God. And then I like Kiki too, but it all of a sudden like, oh, let's be in the car and let's say the word. And I'm like, all of a sudden y'all wanna what?
Everyone
Did
is
Betty
Only
get
thing
serving
about
God.
detoxed?
Right. The only thing about that, your actions need to line up as well. So you can say that all you want, but your actions need to line up.
Did
They'll
So
say
Betty
that at
get
the reunion
detoxed?
with Maurice.
Did Stormy's mother Betty get detoxed before she said those statements?
child,
Jim,
what?
I bet her up.
I
Watch
don't.
it, Jim.
Well, we
Hey,
haven't heard from
Please,
Miss Betty
hey,
since Stormy went off of
allegedly.
Instagram.
who she be
Lord,
breaking? You hear me? What you say, anonymous?
I said, did Betty, Stormy's mother, get detoxed? That's why she
Allegedly.
came up with the statement.
Allegedly. Well, she was
Allegedly.
clowning. She was clowning today. What did I think I took a screenshot? She was in one of the Love and Marriage Huntsville groups, Petty Betty. And let me check. Okay, let me see. Is this it? Let me see, because I'll read it. Hold on. I got so many screenshots. It's like, my goodness. Oh, did you guys see this? Well, Aunt Ann put this out. Destiny's candles can be purchased for $4.90.
I thought it was
no.
$40. She just
She's
went down
selling
to
them.
40
She's
for.
selling them for 40, but they found a website where you can purchase the same candles for $4.90.
Well,
So
Allegedly.
is
she.
her?
I was gonna say
Is
she's like Cougar Peach Cobbler. She by Sheen
Mhm.
is $15, but she's selling it for 150.
Well, I
or Martell with his wine with the Sutter Home?
True.
right. And you know what
$40,
Thank
baby.
you.
they all do pre-orders. So pre-orders mean you pay, and then they're gonna then pay these manufacturers based on the orders that they get. So it's not really your product. You know what I mean? If you went out and you started this business, you already have your product. So yeah, they bust Destiny out with that one. Poor
So
thing.
she's white labeling. What happened to Hotel's incest wine? What's going on with that?
I don't know.
Absolutely nothing.
I haven't seen any.
Absolutely nothing. Nothing is going on with any of their products. The Holtz, I'm sorry, the Scots,
Mm-hmm.
anything. Please look at everything. They
You
are
can say
so
the Holtz
washed up.
too,
It's
because
pathetic.
Hotel ain't doing nothing either. Yeah, you're right. Holtz
No,
ain't
His
doing nothing either.
it's
Yeah.
pathetic.
Melody is
It's just
Melody is
ridiculous.
a
And
rock.
how Carlos is trying to paint the picture that they're entrepreneurs. It's ridiculous. I am so sick of him. He's painting the picture, and the Holtz, and the Scots. And they made the show, and they're doing so much. He's the one that pushed Wanda, put that whole battery in her back to have her clown, and it backfired. Period. He's disrespectful. Let him go.
Yeah, and she sort of admitted that Wanda admitted a lot of things, and this is something that I need to maybe I can just cross check with you guys. When they went to Miami for Maurice and Kimmy's wedding, did Martell say that Marceau had 20 girlfriends before that or after? Do you guys remember?
Well, I'm trying
I
to
think it was
remember.
the second episode of season 1, second or third episode.
When Martell mentioned the 20
Yes,
girlfriends?
because they were talking to him
Yes.
outside of the house. I don't know whose house, I forgot. And they were trying to get on Martell, saying, Martell talking about the situation. And he was like, well, you got your 20 girlfriends, So I
I was
think
just
it was
trying
either
to get in
second
order of
episode or third episode
okay,
of
so
season 1.
that was early, that was before the wedding. Because I was gonna say Wanda is well, she did still light that fire as well. But in her little interview, she was talking about how they asked her how did she end up being on the show. And she said when she went to, and I see Maritha, give me 1 second, let me add her before I get in my little spiel here. Maritha.
Yes, yes.
Hey. Thank you for joining us. But Wanda went on to say that she just so happened to be invited to the wedding. wasn't even trying to do anything when it comes to the show. And when she kept sweating Marceau, and I think Maritha, you got a little feedback. Let me mute you and see. Okay. But when she kept mentioning that Marceau didn't have on his wedding ring, she said Carlos liked her little, I guess, a little flair or whatever. And then he said that they wanted to interview her. And then that's how it came about for her being on the show. Based on her saying that her daughter's husband is not wearing his wedding ring. That's basically the same thing, if you ask me, as far as Mel saying something about Marceau, Martell saying something about Marceau. What's the difference with Wanda? She put it out there too. And she said the reason why she said that is because her ex-husband that cheated on her used to always leave his wedding ring at home and didn't wear it. So she felt like maybe Marceau was doing something too. What's the difference? Everybody want to blame this on Mel and Wanda, Martell. All of them was talking about Marceau.
It's the storyline. That's all I'm coming up with. I don't know.
I agree. But Maritha, hey, what's your thoughts?
I want to go back to, I think one of the panelists had said about how everybody has found God. See, and it's true, everybody is talking about God did this and God did that, but God is just that kind of God. He said, I'll separate the wheat from the tare. Let them grow together. I'll do it at the end. Don't you worry about pulling nothing up. Don't you worry about saying nothing. London Adams sings the song about the battle is not mine, it's the Lord. And people stand there, you can quote scripture. You can even say God with you because He is. Every morning you wake up, that's a gift. That's a present from God. Waking up. Yes. However, now we know Mel is on this spiritual journey. We know she's enlightened and she do her meditation, she do her fasting, she do all of that. However, I'm not saying I don't know these people from Adam. What I am seeing. I don't question nobody's religion. I don't question nobody's relationship with God. All I know is what I am seeing. Because when you are saying, God did this for me and, God did that for me, there's supposed to be some change. If God is in your life, there's a transformation. There's a process with that transformation because we see it with Mel. Now, they say, God, I found God. God ain't never been lost. Yeah. And see, God tests you, but He will try you. He just like cocaine. When somebody say, I don't smoke crack, I don't do cocaine. Cocaine will make you a liar. They say it today. Next week, they be looking like the dude who was on New Jack City with the white mouth. Spooky. Like that. Mel is covered. Mel is
junkie naive. Oops, I'm sorry.
Mel introduced a new line of lip balm for kids or teenagers, whoever. Now you know what? Now that's how Mel's mind is on something else.
It's on another money moves always.
Why these people are? Look how Destiny came out and talk about that was her house, and look what LeBarry did. Wow. Right. I had a plane ticket that I just want to see the house. Now this man is.
Well, he showed it.
He showed it. When you are in tune with God, God don't let nothing happen to you. He allows things to happen. But if He allows things to happen, God always have an out for you. But He'll say in the last verse of Psalms 27, the Lord, this is the first. Lord is my light and my salvation. The second verse, whom shall I fear? The 14th verse it says, be still and wait. And then he reiterated it. He said, wait, I say, on the Lord. Mel has not made a move until God say go.
That's right. And it shows.
And I think it's blatant blasphemy to try to use that just following Mel and not living it. If you're not living it, don't use it. Period.
Going to have a business. First of all, you're nasty, you're rude, you have a nasty attitude to work with the public, and you're not business minded.
Mm-hmm.
You're not business minded.
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody who's business, I think, got a 5-year plan. And when that first year is over, they add another year. So everybody got a plan. Destiny don't have a plan. And Stormy is riding off of, I'm already rich. I'm already rich. See, but your mama put a little dent in that. You still may be already rich, but your mom put a dent in that when she came out of and made for absolutely no reason.
No.
None that I saw. And Martell, we know he is just a donkey. He's just a douchebag. Every name that you can call him that is not good, that's Martell. And I saw on somebody else's channel that he was saying Mel was holding him back. Okay, man, y'all been divorced for 3 years. Show me something that Mel was holding
Please
you
show
back.
me something. Show me something other than a father post.
Get a sock line out. Do
Right.
something.
Anything.
Do something.
Yeah, we know why his goal is what he's been doing, and that's showcasing the kids. He's a good dad. His kids, his kids, his kids. And we know the reason why he's doing that is because he wants the money, the money, the money. I wish Martell would interview so somebody could ask him, if you gaining full custody of your kids came with no child support, would you still want your kids like that? And the answer would be no. That's just my opinion. I think he wants to be set up. He wants control. Yeah, he definitely wants
And with no
control.
education, how many jobs would he have to hold to take care of those 4 children? So
Right.
wouldn't he be out the house as much?
Yeah.
So I
Make
said
it make sense.
those 2 oldest kids, when I'm saying before they get in the 9th grade, whether this show is still on or whatever, those kids are going to want to terminate their visit with their dad. They're going to want to because they're getting older. And I'm telling you, the YouTube street, they don't take no prisoners. They don't give a care about nobody.
Mm-mm.
And nothing dies on the internet. Nothing dies.
Ever.
So nobody can say those kids don't know, have not seen some things.
Yeah.
They have seen things. And then we want to talk about not talking about nobody children, not calling out nobody kids. Now the little Ari baby was born into chaos. That baby didn't do what she thought the baby was gonna do. Sugar Mama didn't do what Martell thought Sugar Mama was gonna do for him. Mm-hmm. What Sugar Mama did was give her mom the courage to go in her prayer closet and ask God whatever the prayer she prayed. And when she came out that prayer closet, he said, go, and she started packing her stuff. Me and my kids may have to sleep slow. I may be bankrupt. I might even ask you to rent me a car every now and then. But baby, look at me now.
Mm-hmm.
Look at me now. See,
when the saying order my steps, that's what God did for Mel. Order her steps.
Can I interject real quick? And then you can keep going, Maritha. You know why y'all channels are so blessed? Because at the forefront of all y'all conversations, everybody always talks about God and give him his praise and due. And that's why y'all channels is just going to be more than what y'all ever expected it to be. It's going to take you to places that you didn't even think or probably didn't even have in your mind to take you, because y'all keep him at the forefront of whatever we talking about. And I just wanted to interject and say that. Go ahead, Maritha.
Thanks, Renata. Thank you.
This, and then I'm gonna drop down because it's Friday night and I'm off the weekend, so I'm doing laundry, cleaning up everything so I can lay low. But anyway, see, I kind of understand Mel.
Hold on, Maritha. I think that's you, Daphne. Let me
world on something. And see, I know what God has done for me. I know where He brought me from, and I know where I am now. And I don't know where He's taking me, but wherever He's taking me, I'm going to follow. So it's one thing you don't play with God, because see, God will see how real you are. Ask the prodigal son. He had everything. Then he got so grown, he wanted everything. His daddy gave it to him. But then he had to go eat corn husks with the pigs. The male is not going to step down off her chariot and walk in the mud with the pigs, because if she do, she's going to end up just like them. And she already know God got her covered. They cannot penetrate her. That's why he had her to be quiet. And that's why when they say something, there's another, let somebody else come out with something. She's going to get blessed again.
Yeah.
Maritha, there's a heavy anointing on your life. I just wanted to say that to you. As you're speaking, and God is just speaking to my whole soul here. There is a heavy anointing on your life.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're moving away from your calling that he got for you, but I'm telling you, he going to show it to you. And you better answer. You better answer.
Claim it.
I'm telling you what he's telling me while I'm standing here, while I'm listening to this thing. God has a calling on your life. He said everything that you've been through was all the tests you've been through. That is to help bring somebody else out. And there's some souls out there that is waiting for you. He said when you gonna be clear when he call you, and he said you better answer.
Amen.
It's gonna be clear to you.
I'm gonna receive that. I'm gonna receive that. You know, and right now I'm being still, because you're not the first person to say that, or the second or third. I'm just being still, and when he say move, when God say move, I'm gonna move, and it's gonna be just like that.
Ain't that confirmation? See, that's what God will do for you. I don't know you from a can of paint, so you know I ain't lying. You know I'm listening to what God is telling me in my spirit right now. So the people, I don't know the people that said it to you, and you don't really know me, and we don't know each other. So if God sent all these separate people to tell you this, what is that telling you? So you know I got a relationship with the Father, honey. I know what he just told me as I was talking as you were talking.
Amen. Amen.
And chit chat panel and everybody in the chat, as I said, it is Friday night, and I'm doing some laundry and cleaning, and I want to hear what everybody has to say while I'm doing my weekend cleaning.
Well, I do thank you as always, Maritha. Thank you. And yes, I agree with Renata. Your test definitely is and will be a testimony for many to come. So yeah, keep doing you, sis. You know I love me some you.
That. From one of the greatest. I'm going to accept.
Thank you. Now, guys, let's switch topics real quick. I want you guys' opinion on the unfortunate incident that happened where they released the body cameras of the Memphis police officers with Tyre Nichols. Have you guys seen the footage that they released?
No, I haven't.
Oh my goodness. And you know, I try to limit my intake on stuff like that because, you know, it's hard to watch. But they indicted I think it was 5 Black Memphis police officers that beat him to death. And they released the body cam. And when I tell you, it is absolutely disgusting. And naturally, they should have been arrested. But my question is, how are the Black officers brought to justice so quickly, or arrested, indicted, fired, and all of that, and not the other cases that's happened time and time again? Why is there a difference?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hard to watch. I'm surprised that they even released that. And that's another thing that I don't
know why they released it, because they of our color. You know that.
Yeah, for sure. Because most times you have to get court orders and this and that before that's shown right away. They showed it from start to finish. What's sad about it is he was calling for his mom just like George Floyd did.
Oh God.
Pitiful. But again, it just shows the difference though. They were immediately fired, immediately indicted. They are now out on bond. But yeah, we have to fight sometimes for years.
Yeah.
For other cases.
Or they act like they don't have the body cam. Oh, we can't release that to the public. We can't, and all of that. So you're right.
Yes.
And speaking of officers, sorry to cut you off, Hannah. Derek Chauvin lawyers was just in the court, the appeals court for him about 6 days ago.
For who?
Derek Chauvin.
Oh,
Am I saying his name right?
Chauvin, yeah.
Yeah. So they was
Chauvin.
just in the appeals court for his case. And they saying he might got a good chance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't see the video because a lot of times I can't watch. It's just too much to bear for me to watch. But I did hear the district attorney at Shelby County this morning on one of the news stations, and he basically they're flipping the script, so to speak. They're saying that now is how Black people are being viewed by police officers, period, no matter what the race of the police officers are. And if you know anything about Memphis, it's one of those cities that there's a whole lot of crime. And I think they probably do, what do they call it? Profile people. And I think this guy worked for FedEx, which is, a big company in Memphis, one of their largest employees up there. But so he was gainfully employed, looked like. And I don't know why I think because he ran, then the police up there. But like I said, I haven't seen it, but what the district attorney is saying now, and I think they're using these 5 police officers as an example. But my dad called me this morning because, he used to work in Memphis. He worked there for 30 years. He called me right about 5 or 6 o'clock this morning and said, "Did you see, is it a national story?" I said, "Yes, I've been looking at it." And then I told him, I said, "Look, when these police officers get into these positions like that, when someone, you don't know if a person have a gun or you don't know what's going on, they supposed to be trained to handle these situations. But when you're in a panic situation like that, now I haven't seen the video, what are they to do?" So it's kind of like, I can look at both sides, but I just cannot see anybody beating somebody to death.
Well, you would have to see the video. And I'm like you, like I said, I normally don't watch it. My husband watched it earlier today, and then my sister texted me and she said that CNN was going to be releasing it or whatever. I just so happened to be on Instagram and it was on my timeline and I clicked it. It was excessive. And I don't care if a person does run, if you're not posed or if you're not in danger. They weren't in danger. And what I didn't like is they kept spraying him with the you guys know what I'm talking about, the pepper spray or whatever, the mace or whatever it was. Naturally when you do that to somebody, that's going to cause them to move around. I mean, you got stuff that's burning their eyes and all of that. He didn't put up a fight at all from what I saw. And you got 5 burly police officers on this young. He was not a large, stature man or anything like that. It was excessive. And that's what training is for. If they run, if you can't catch them, hey, go on about your day, you're going to catch the next person. But to do that was absolutely ridiculous. It really was. But it does not, like I said, make you not wonder, why didn't we have this immediate justice or action with the other cases that's been on video?
And I think another part of that equation is when those clear police officers get charged with doing something like that, they go straight to that police. What is the organization that help police officers? I can't remember what they call it.
What you're talking about?
In these African American police officers, they need to do the same thing because I know that was tragedy, and I don't want to get nobody off. But what I'm saying is the question is out there: why did they get fired so quick? And I think white clear police officers are doing it now, but it's going to cause a problem where people are not going to want to police, or they're going to have to do some major reform. Because I'm telling you, these inner cities in African American, it's just a big problem.
What a lot of these Black police officers haven't figured out yet, that even though you're wearing the uniform,
that's right,
you're still not one of them.
That's right.
And they have not figured that out yet. That's the problem. So that's why it was easy for you 5 Black police officers to beat one of your own who could have been your nephew, your son.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's why
this was a traffic stop.
You thought they was gonna cover you. They ain't gonna cover you. Because you know what me and my coworker always said about Derek Chauvin? We said this. We said, yeah, they told him, go ahead, Derek, you go ahead and take this fall. But I guarantee you they taking care of him and making sure he all right. I guarantee you that.
Oh yeah. You can believe that.
And they're gonna leave these 5 black police officers to fend for themselves.
Oh yeah. Well, they're showing that.
And all that. You know them people paid for his lawyers and all of that.
Yeah, well,
this was a routine traffic stop. This shouldn't have happened. This was a blatant routine traffic stop. And they also wanted to know why he was running. If you watch the tape, then you'll understand why he was running. Because they was beating. It was a mess. I really can't. I want to talk about it, but it just hurts so bad. I might start crying. It's just emotional for me that we as black people, now this is 5 black officers, and I'm understanding the same thing that you all are understanding. Why did they judged them, convicted them, and threw them in prison right away. It took the other Gentiles months and months, and they wasn't sure whether they were guilty or not. So it is.
We just said it.
A discrepancy, so it's ridiculous.
They still have the same color as the person they beat up, and they all right with that. They say, well, listen, at least it wasn't one of ours this time. So we, know, let's get them out the way. And I hate to say it like that, but it's the truth. And we're gonna stop peddling around it like it ain't the truth. And until these black police officers stop believing that they're equal to their other counterparts, they're not.
They will never be.
You will never.
Someone in the chat said that I guess that they've charged one more person because on the video, I didn't see him actually hitting Tyre, but I did see Caucasian arms. Let me put it like that.
Oh.
So I was wondering why it was only so I need whoever put that in the chat. Let me know if that's the next person or the person that they have since the tape has been released, arrested or whatever. But it was, I agree with you, Renata. They will never be equal.
No.
There's always going to be a difference no matter what. But it's so hurtful, because if you go down to tracing family trees and all of that, and keep going, that could have been somebody that they're related to. And it was like watching somebody in a wrestling ring or a pro boxing match. It was absolutely disgusting.
Chicha, you have sons also, am I correct?
What's that?
You have sons also, am I correct?
No, I don't have any sons, but I have plenty of nephews.
Oh no, I thought I saw you with a picture of with a young man in a football uniform. No,
you haven't seen any pictures of me at all.
No, not of you. Okay. Oh no, okay, maybe somebody else. I thought it was maybe I was reading it wrong on, feeds come up in your YouTube. Okay. But what I'm saying is I'm so nervous. My son is 17, and every time I just pray over him so much, And even when the COVID first happened, and those face masks, those full face masks they like to wear, and he says like, "Mom, get me one of those." I should be like, "No, I don't want you wearing that," because all it takes was somebody to be in the store doing something they ain't got no business, and you walking down the street with the same mask, and they hit you up. I said, "You trying to get your mother to be buried under a jail?" Because I said, if a police officer do something to you, and I know it, honey, I'm taking him and his whole family. They gonna bury me under a supermax prison. No, I'm dead serious. Because I be telling him. As God, even now when he's getting ready to drive, I be just teaching. As you can't even teach your children just to drive anymore. You got to teach them how to behave when they get stopped, and it's just crazy. And I'm so nervous, and I know he got to grow up and go out there on his own. I understand this, but I just be so. Where the police are supposed to protect you, you scared of them more than you scared of the people in the street.
It's so true. And you know what? It's unfortunate that our kids have to be told things like this at a early age. My nephew, this is when he was like maybe a freshman in college. And the area that they lived in was a mixed area. He had white friends, and they all cut through a gate to take a shortcut to get to their homes. It was a gate that was already, it was a metal gate, but it was already open somehow. They charged my nephew with trespassing and let the other 2 go home. So that just shows you the difference. And my sister is like you. She was, he's grown now in his 30s or early 40s. But, she was just so scared and afraid. And, it's terrible. It's just terrible.
It's terrible. It's terrible. My daughter just I had my grandson on January the 17th, and he did not want to come out. He must know. It took her so long to have that baby. He was not coming out. He was like, no, not today.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Thank
congratulations.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, so I just wanted to ask you guys if you had seen that. I don't recommend it. A lot of
Yes,
people are able to see it, but for me, it's like I don't even want to internalize it because it makes
please don't.
you angry. I really don't even look at like slave movies anymore. I don't want to see another Django or whatever this
know.
is with Will Smith.
Right.
That enough is enough. You know what I
Up
mean?
to here. Up
Yes.
to here.
Up
Up
to
to
here.
here.
And
But
now
That's
we
true.
really actually have to ask the question, why? Why is this going on like that? I mean, you would think when I saw all 5 of them were African Americans, and
Wow.
you do
That hurt
this
my heart.
Yeah.
yes.
for what?
That
I mean,
question.
he couldn't have been able
For
to
what?
defend himself against 5 people.
No. And these
Am
were
I
big cops.
understanding that he was handicapped? He was handcuffed.
Well, they
Do
were
y'all
trying.
realize supposedly he was handcuffed while he was beating him like that? I couldn't
Well,
watch the
I
video.
think
I,
after,
I can't
yeah, I
watch
think
things like that.
right. I think after they finally stood him up, they got the handcuffs on him. But initially when they pulled him out the car and all of that, he wasn't. But he was overpowered. It didn't take all 5 of them at all for anything. One cop,
Exactly.
he
A
wasn't.
traffic violation. A
Yeah,
traffic violation. My gosh, it wasn't like it was
Explain it to
store
me, Chit.
robbed, some kind of murder. He was running from something. It was a traffic violation. How did it end up murder?
right.
So
And
Chit Chat, explain it to me. They stopped him for the traffic stop. Did they ask him? Did he refuse to give? What I'm asking?
well,
How
see,
did this
that's
turn?
the thing. That's the thing. The part that I saw of where it started, I'm not sure if he tried to get away driving, like if he didn't stop initially.
Okay.
But from the point of the video that I saw, they were already pumped up when they went up to his car, pulled him
Oh.
out, and his door was already open. So it was something before that we didn't get a chance to see because they're showing. We're watching from the body cams
Okay.
of the officers.
Okay.
But so yeah, I couldn't tell you that. But
Okay.
no matter what, it didn't take all of that.
No, it didn't.
And I think that, unfortunately, whatever cop started hitting them first, the others just joined in and they did not stop. And they showed a video. I'm assuming it may have been from, I'm not sure if it was from inside of the police car. It kind of looked like maybe a homeowner's video.
Oh wow.
And that's when you could see them punching him and you see his head just going left to right, left, just they wouldn't stop.
Wow.
They wouldn't stop. And that's brutal. It's as brutal as what Chauvin did. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
When you do something like that and they stop, you know what I mean? They're gone. It's I regret watching it, like I said, because it upset me and it really brought me to tears. It really did. Because like we're saying, it's by one of our own. One of our own.
And I did hear also on one of the news stations that the fire chief is getting ready to do an investigation to see if the first responders acted the way they should have responded as well. Responded, to his injuries the way they should have. So they going all out on this investigation. Because
Yeah.
the bottom line is not the bottom line, but one of the things that they have to consider is that the family members will sue the city for this. And, then the taxpayers are on the hook for this as well.
As always.
So, but they do need a lot of training because it's really been going on for a long time. But the case that we saw that really made national news was that Rodney King thing. That was, now I saw that one. It was horrible.
Yes, I saw that one too. I saw the aftermath of it, with the LA riots and all of that. People are tired. People are tired of marching. People are tired of just going through this in general, because we will never see for instance, and I don't mean to try to make this a race thing or whatever, but if those same black cops had stopped a boy of another race, they wouldn't have reacted that way. They wouldn't have. They wouldn't have done that to another race. That's just my opinion. We don't see that. Now, we do see white officers, treating black people unjustly quite often, but we don't see black officers doing that to another race. So, yeah, that was disgusting to do that to one of your own. But they did say that the Memphis police chief is basically letting it be known he's not having it, setting the standard and all of that. But enough is enough. I'm tired. I'm drained from
Yeah,
seeing this.
it's gone on long enough. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it really has. Yep. But ladies, we are at the 2 hour and 10-minute mark. I really appreciate you, Daphne. You had some wonderful things to say. Renata, you didn't only touch Maritha, you touched me as well. Hannah Grace, you know I love having you on my panel. Up here, Flora, Lady Lil Ash. Normally I write it down. I apologize, guys. I did not write it down. But for everyone that joined me on the panel, thank you so much. To everyone that tuned in, thank you guys as well. For the super chats and new members, thank you guys. And yeah, I will chat with you guys in a couple more days. I really appreciate you, and I hope you have a great weekend.
You too.
Thank you so much for letting us share, and Aunt Ann and Anonymous and everyone else that shared. I know
Yes,
we
Anonymous, thank you for working me as always.
Yes, Lord, with your
But
bed.
I'm about to go watch Aunt Ann's video. I may have to do a
Me too.
reaction to that video, baby, to
Yes,
y'all.
please do it, chit chat. When
Me
I
too.
see
Bye
you
bye.
ready for
Love
film.
you. Thank you.
All
goodbye,
right.
everyone. Have a
Have
great
a
one.
good
Good
night.
night.
Miss J, thank you. And yes, the family did request for it to be released. They said sort of like Emmett Till's mom, how she wanted people to see him. So sad. But thank you, Miss J. And you guys know I like to say my goodbyes on the way out. So I'm gonna go from the bottom to the top. Ebony M, thank you. Good night, Miss J. Jolanda, Sexy Mama Tang, thank you so much. Maritha, thank you. Tang, don't forget, I'll put something on my community wall when I make my second page. But I need you to email me. Christy Polk, good night. ADR, thank you. Have a good night. Marilyn Johnson, Marley and Madison, Neva. I saw you guys in the chat. We got a little deep at the end. Well, this was a deep live tonight regardless, but it was good. It was great. Janie Johnson, Piper Milan, Ann Jacobs, everyone, Suzette, you guys make sure you have a great Friday night and a great weekend. Thank you so much. Sasal. So true. So true. Yes, Miss Sugar Mama. What's going on with that? They didn't even extradite the girl. It's crazy. But all right, guys, I'm scrolling up. Scorpio, aka 1993, Miss Wynn, Kimberly Hemfield. Just wanted to make sure I acknowledge you guys. Thanks again. If you did not click like, please hit the like button on your way out, guys. All right, I think I touched on everybody. Teresa Pearson, Cheryl Canada, Ebony M. I totally agree. And I don't think we were trying to make it into a racial issue, Ebony, if you're still listening. It just shows that just in general, we're going to see swift justice when it's of a different race. But absolutely, they got what they should have, for sure. And as quick as they did. All right, guys. I think I got everybody. Brenda Bryant, Brenda Wolford, Bluefish, May May, Black Titanic. Thank you so much. If you can still hear me, for being in the chat. Feel free to hit that link next time. Relly Rail, I know she's gone. But to the content creators, thank you guys for joining me as well. All right, guys. Have a good night. Chat with you soon. Bye.